Welcome to another video of Lessons in Logic, Echozoe Ministries. This particular video is going to be a wrap-up of two they're different but similar fallacies. And I'm doing them both together in one video because they can be very confusing to have. They're very, very similar, and if I don't talk about them both at the same time, you're going to kind of wonder, well, what's the difference between this one and that one? So let's get to it. First fallacy is called appeal to nature. An appeal to nature is a claim that something is good or something is bad or something based on whether it's found in nature. So this particular fallacy addresses material matters, and that's the key here, and we get to the next one. This one is material. You'll find this one when you're talking about things like food, clothing, medicines, remedies, whatnot. People will argue that things are good because they're found in nature, and they're bad if they're synthetic or man-made. And this is completely a fallacy because things are not necessarily good because they're found in nature. Lots of terrible, awful, horrible things are found in nature. And so subscribing to the appeal to nature would point you in the wrong direction for that reason. And also things that are synthetic can be very much life-saving. So we can't necessarily judge whether something is good or bad just solely on whether or not it is found in nature. So now the sister fallacy that we have is called the naturalistic fallacy. We go back here, remember this one's called appeal to nature, and the next one's called the naturalistic fallacy. This one's sometimes called the is-ought fallacy. And the reason for that is people say that something is, therefore it ought to be. That's where they get the name is-ought. And this one is moral. Okay, so this one addresses moral matters, whereas, like I said with the previous one with the appeal to nature, that one was material, this one is moral. An example would be that sometimes it's argued that homosexuality is either good or not bad, because it can sometimes be found in nature, that animals can engage in homosexual behavior, and because it happens in nature, therefore it is either good or it's not a question of morality. And usually the reply that I like to use to this is that, well, sometimes in nature you also find animals that eat their young, and that would not make it okay or amoral for human beings to eat their young. So just because something's found in nature doesn't necessarily mean that it's moral, amoral, immoral. Really, you need to come up with a better argument than simply it's found in nature or it's not found in nature. So to recap, the first one, appeal to nature, is material. And the second one, the naturalistic fallacy, the sister fallacy, is moral. It's material versus moral, and it's really easier to point that out when I do both of them together. So that's why I did two fallacies. You get 2 for 1. I won't charge you extra for this one, but that's it. So again, you can get the original Lessons in Logic series at echozoe.com and at the address on the screen there. And we'll be back with another fallacy video very soon. Thank you.